seeing the soft glow just inches away? Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on. Answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. We've got new shows, new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, see, watch mine don't act up today, because, you live already? Mine ain't gonna act up today, Daddy, because it's, I'm not on your Wi-Fi. Pops, we getting started. Hey, Chauncey. We running late because I left my phone and Michael had to run back and get it. And even though we're right here, it's still a concert at the Roxy. A little bit of people out there walking around, so that makes it a little difficult. But we getting started. Thank y'all for chiming in early. Sprint, Daddy, they see you. I said sprint.
For what? Your folks chiming in.
But why I put my office email on my phone and now it just be popping up? Oh, my bejesus.
Who told you to do
that? Hey, Dexter. So I can see my emails when I'm not there, because, you know, they be emailing about loans and stuff. I just didn't want to miss anything.
Well, I just saw myself run by. Lord have mercy.
Yes, you did, Daddy. Take a deep breath.
Give me a break. Give me
your
one
daddy
more.
On here.
Trish called me this morning.
What'd she say?
She called me at 6:45. She said, I hadn't talked to you in a minute. I thought I'd catch you now.
Oh.
Late payments, fraud, liens.
We're going to still try to see them Thanksgiving, even if we're doing our brunch.
I got to go.
That's sad, Daddy.
And it's very simple to contact.
I didn't say
Hit them
that.
up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012.
What's up, Lorraine?
Hey, Lorraine. Congratulations.
Power 108.9. What up, Credit
Mr. Murray on here. Hey, Ursula.
What up, Mr. Murray?
Hey, Kim.
Mr. Murray
Kim on here.
Over on your side?
Loyal, baby. Yeah.
Mr. Murray then dropped over there? Wow. All right, Mr. Murray.
Mr. Murray and that Roll Tide daughter he got, baby.
Yo,
War
20 years
Eagle.
of counting.
Yeah.
Latasha and Michael. Conversations.
Say what?
About marriage and relationships and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Why'd you interrupting my intro?
Go ahead, Daddy.
Stop doing that. It's so unfair.
This is
20 years and counting.
It's 20 years and counting. It's our podcast about marriage and relationships.
Guess
what?
It's almost time for that bachelor party.
Our anniversary is Sunday.
Are you excited about it?
I'm always excited about our anniversary.
You flexing.
I'm excited about November, Daddy, because November is our month.
That wasn't a question.
So
that was not the question.
I am always excited about our wedding anniversary.
Hey,
our
Angel.
wedding anniversary, hey, Angel, is this Sunday, November 17th. We will be married 23 years. Come
Lord
say hey
have
to my
mercy.
people, Daddy.
23 years. That's how old I am. What? No, that's my birthday. I'm talking about that's how old I am.
No, your birthday is on the 23rd. But we'll be married
Mr. Thomas?
23 years on Sunday.
And today,
my God.
And today, it's perfect topic.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all saw the picture on Instagram and on Facebook. We posted like some of our old pictures. I think I created that last year.
Daddy did a little collage for our anniversary. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Pictures
all the way
from
back
everywhere.
to our first date. Hold on. You know what?
Our
I'm gonna pull
wedding.
up the picture.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me do me a favor real
our
quick.
Wedding
if y'all
picture.
on Instagram, hey, do us a favor too. Don't forget to share the feed.
Please do.
I'm a little stopped up too.
Chime in, but I'm doctoring on you, baby. I got you. This our month. You can't get sick, Daddy.
I feel something coming along. I got to find your feed because it's on your feed.
Okay. Well, thank y'all for everybody tuning in. And so, if you're tuning in for the first time, this is
what we be talking about
20 years and counting.
You got some folks on yours. Your folks love you.
This is our podcast about marriage and relationships. We've been married for 20 plus years. That's why we call it 20 years and counting. Hey, Bernita.
Hey, Mr. Murray.
And so, it'll be 23 years for us on Sunday.
Yes.
23 years married on Sunday. Oh, my God.
So we put a collage up.
We did.
Go ahead.
I keep saying on our 25th wedding anniversary, which will be in 2 years, we're going to renew our vows.
You didn't ask me about
that. It's
and
our anniversary.
No.
Do y'all know I could have been a singer? He has always tried to
I could have been a rapper. I could have been
It's our anniversary.
I could have been the first black president of a Ritz-Carlton hotel.
Okay.
I could have ran Dr. Williams' office.
Right.
Let's not talk about what we could have, would have. The thing
coulda, shoulda, woulda.
The thing is, tonight's topic is it's very fitting for our 23rd anniversary because we're talking about change. Are you willing to change? That is the topic tonight. Really? Because now, and let's be honest, 23 years later, I ain't the same person who I was 23 years ago.
And neither am I.
And neither are you.
No. But we change for a lot of reasons, Daddy. I do not think that you can be in a relationship or a marriage and not think that you're going to have to change. I'm not saying that you can't be, your core values are your core values, okay? Be them good, bad, or indifferent. Your core values are your core values. But when you come together with someone else and you're building a life, you know, in a relationship, in a marriage, you have got to be willing to change.
And the thing about the change is it's how you deliver the message of change to your partner.
Right.
Because let's be real, early on, the message of change, the way I took it, the way you delivered it, the way I delivered it, the way you took it, it was misinterpreted.
It was misinterpreted.
All in all, when you're talking about changing, because I was talking to Reg about this today. He mentioned today. We all change. Our bodies change.
Yes. Our lifestyles
change. We have hair. We have no hair. We have black hair. We have gray hair. Everything grows within us. And the thing is, if you're not changing.
My Renee is just texting the fool out of me about going to Auburn the day after Thanksgiving.
When? Oh, okay.
Saturday for the Auburn,
Renee,
Alabama
we'll talk about that later. You know, we got the show.
She's not on here. She ain't thinking about it. She's just texting.
No, yes. But what I'm saying is that you have to be willing to change. But the thing in relationships is, how do you deliver the message to that person about changing?
Right.
Because in the beginning, you was hard.
I was hard.
You be acting like you somebody's mama. You ain't my mama.
I'm
just gonna let you know that.
I know.
You ain't my mama.
I know. But my whole thing was that I had this vision. Okay? And I kind of had to get over that, because I think as a woman, we all have this vision about how our man is supposed to be, how he's supposed to treat us, you know, what this whole persona is about being in a relationship and being in a marriage. That we have this persona. I mean, we picture it as women. We picture it, and we picture it picture perfect.
And where does that persona come from? It comes from our parents' relationships or television,
or what you've seen
or
out
movies.
there, what you've seen. So you have this persona of what it's supposed to be. And so when you look about change, you think, okay, can I deal with somebody who has flaws? Because we all have flaws.
You're going to have to.
But am I willing to make changes to adapt to those flaws? Am I here enough? Can I bring enough to the table, Daddy, where I can adapt to the flaws? I can probably help you with the flaws,
right?
You know, but I will admit that in the beginning I was very bossy and had a lot very high expectations.
Still is.
Hey, Joy on here. Tiffany, hey, Matt.
Joy, you on her? Why is you stealing all my friends? Joy is
Daddy,
my friend.
Keep talking. So
but it's how the message is delivered,
right?
And we say
with my Christmas shirt on. Go ahead,
keep
Dad.
talking.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, buddy.
You just cut me off when I was saying something to Joy, and then you gonna turn around and then say something.
Finish what
to
you
your
were
little
saying,
fans.
Daddy.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not changing.
You gonna change? You have changed.
No,
so
we all change
that,
because
Daddy.
you have to.
Right.
It's been 20. We've been married for 23 years.
23 years on Sunday.
So yes, we've changed.
God.
We're totally different. But the thing is, the message, the change. Right. Who is the change affecting? Are you doing it? Are you telling the person to make a change because you don't like what they do? Or is the change something beneficial to help that family?
Right. So, Daddy, do you think that there's always going to be something that you don't like about your significant other, your spouse?
Yes,
you know,
always.
It's always
going to
be something.
But the things that you don't tolerate, you have to find the things that you won't tolerate. Yeah, that you won't tolerate.
Right.
Things that you won't tolerate. Excessive drug use.
Yeah.
You can't be a junkie.
No.
If I'm telling you, you can't be a drunk, you can't be an alcoholic, you can't be a druggie.
You can't be a hoe.
Or you can't be a hoe. You know, things like that. And that person's not willing to change.
And big for me is lying. Oh, I can't stand it.
I still be lying too.
Oh, I can't stand it.
I lied today.
Because I want to know why. Why? Who are you when you tell a lie to me, Daddy? That to me signifies to me that you're not being your authentic self. Because who do you have to lie to? I mean, who do you really have to answer to? Now, you may say you calling in to work and you say you sick, you know you feel good, and you going shopping. But when you're with your significant other, Daddy, there should really not be any lying.
Thank you, Miss DC. Miss McKee, huh?
No lying.
No, it shouldn't be. And I had that problem in the beginning.
Right.
My mama, rest in peace, LaDon.
Antoinette McFadden. You tell a lot of white lies, baby. Little lies.
My mom just called me a compulsive liar. Trish said the same thing.
They just roll off your tongue.
I would lie about anything.
Dad, how many beers you had? 2.
2?
That's your favorite number. 2.
2?
No, you done had 6. Daddy, I smell something on you. What you been drinking? I ain't had no cocktails, Tasha. I had beers.
I saw a meme today.
I had a beer.
It said, I thought you said you was going to be home. You was going to have 2 beers and be home by 10. He said, no, I was going to have 10 beers and be home by 2. That's something that I would say. Yeah, that's something that I would do. But I was a compulsive liar.
Yes.
But because I wasn't living right, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't living right. But at the same time, though, I still, it's in me. And you know what? You've been able to deal with that part.
I have.
You changed to a point because it used to irritate you so much out of you.
Oh, my God.
It got to a point to say, this Negro is going to lie. I don't care how small it is. He don't have to lie. He's going to lie.
He don't have to lie.
He don't have to
lie.
But
sometimes it'll roll up and I'll be like, Daddy, you lying.
You take your medicine
today?
Daddy,
you lying. Daddy, you take your medicine today? Yep.
Did you put some gas in the car? Yep.
I ain't seen you pee peeing and the tank is on E.
Hey.
Because when you take your blood pressure medicine, you pee a lot. So if I don't see you pee peeing, you done lied to me about your medicine. Why? Daddy, you stop and got some gas? Yes.
Yeah.
And we get in the car? Ain't no gas in the car.
Damn.
I'm talking about, it's just,
I thought you meant the other car.
Second nature.
And then I lie and say, oh, I thought you were talking about the Lexus.
I thought you were talking about the Lexus. I thought you were talking about Malik's car.
I thought you weren't talking about
like,
that is not Malik's
please.
car. That is not Malik's car.
You bought that car for him, Daddy.
But going back to it.
But I've been able to deal with that.
Change is inevitable, but because you have to change. In both parties, you have to make sure that you're changing it for the betterment of the relationship. And not just for you. Just because you don't like that. It has to... You got to give a reason. Like, you have to know why you want that person to change. Because early on in the beginning, when we were younger, you had that peer pressure around you. Oh, you stopped smoking. Oh, your lady done got you on lock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you don't be hanging out like that. Yeah, you whipped. You don't be doing. You don't be hanging out with him. She got you on this, or she doing this to you. When in essence, your partner's in your ear saying, "Oh, she don't. I can do whatever the hell I want to."
She ain't my mama.
But at the same time, though, she's doing it because it's for the betterment of the relationship,
and it's to better you as a person.
Yes, to grow.
And Daddy, I've always said this, even from the beginning. One of the things that attracted me to you is you listened.
Yes, outside of my sexiness,
is a big thing. Yes,
outside of this sexiness, right?
You was more cute than you was sexy in the beginning. Your face was cute. Your skin was pretty. You know, always had pretty skin.
What the hell does that mean?
Your hair was pretty.
My hair is pretty.
You was more cute than you was sexy. That's all that means. As you age, you got a little bit more sexy. Your walk. You know what I'm saying?
Do I need to take this hoodie off?
No, Daddy. Don't show him. Don't show him the goodies.
Trigger.
Not my goodies. Not my goodies. But Daddy, so as we aged, you... And I say this, and I've always said this, and you know this is something that I tell you all the time. One of the things that attracted me to you is you had the ability to listen, Daddy.
Yeah, I think.
And you would. I had dealt with people who were very arrogant, you know, and mainly because they had money. Let's just be real.
Okay.
So arrogance, money sometimes brings on arrogance. And so when you're in a situation like that, you can barely tell somebody something because they know everything and then they're going to do whatever they want to do.
They're going to do whatever. And the question is, how long are you going to stay around and deal with that?
Well, those are the ones you don't marry.
That's what I'm saying.
You can date them and spend their money, but them are the ones you don't marry.
But then you waste those years. Remember, we talking about wasting those good years?
Your good years,
now all of a sudden, you in your 40s. You
done let all the good men slide away because you done got one of these busters over here
and now,
who got a little money.
And now you dating a dude who drop you off at work and smoke Black and Milds and drink Hennessy and smoke weed.
Won't I put somebody on a buster list in a minute? Oh, I put him on my buster list in a minute.
I don't know. You be watching them TV shows.
I know, and I'll tell you, he is a buster.
Hey, Miss Madden, thank you for tuning in. Hey, Miss Nakia, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to my DC
I will
DMV
add
partners.
Some names to that buster
Pops,
list in
RJ,
a minute. If he a buster, I'd be like, oh, he's a buster.
But the thing is, it has to be a mutual change.
It does.
I want to know the why. Like, I use the example. I've been teaching classes all week this week, and I always tell our team, I know, that's why my throat is hurt. I just need some rest between the show. But anyway, enough about me.
Yeah.
The thing is, you cannot underestimate the power of the question why.
Why?
Because now, when someone is asked to make a change in a relationship, you owe the person the why.
The explanation as to why you want the change.
Because it's not because I said so,
right.
Or because
it can never
I don't
be that
like
in a relationship.
Right. It has to be.
It has to be a reason.
Let them know
for the change.
Because we got to look down the line. Remember back in the day when I used to burn me a little weed and wonder why I couldn't get no job?
Because your piss was
I was
dirty.
mad. I'm mad at people.
You mad?
Well, goddamn, everybody pissed test.
And then
white man trying to keep me down.
And even when I tried to kind of adapt to that a little bit, here we going to get the stuff to get your urine.
Right, you adapted to it. You was like, all right, this Negro gonna smoke weed. Okay, let's go get him some of this.
Then when this Negro couldn't get a job, baby, I was like, okay, the weed is gone. Either the weed is gone or you gone, because ain't everybody working in here. The only people ain't working in here is the little people who is going to the elementary school. Everybody else in here, I don't take care of men because you got dirty urine.
You had
if
them
you
working.
Can't get no job,
you had them working. Yes. In class.
Yes.
Anyway,
bring the maids home.
But
everybody in here got to work.
But there has to be a why, and we talk about some of the things.
You can't get no good job, Daddy.
You always spotlight everybody that watched this show, and thank y'all for tuning in. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Share the feed for us. We really appreciate that too.
Yes.
Because I'm sure we could drop some nuggets. And like we say, we're not giving advice on how people should run their relationship.
This is what worked for us.
This is I could not remember.
Therapeutic.
Why are you always messing up the story?
Go ahead, baby.
RJ said listening is a forgotten skill. If you have a partner that's a good listener, you have a good thing.
Yes. And
that's
let
RJ.
me tell you,
Shout out to RJ.
RJ. That is a commodity in this day and age, because people listening is a commodity in this day and age. It took me a while to get to a good listening point because I am a talker.
Yeah,
okay? And I like to get my point across. But sometimes I have to be like, okay, Daddy, go ahead, finish. Go ahead and say what you said. Let me listen. Can
you say that part one more time? Can you say that part one more time? You a what?
I'm a talker.
God,
and see, for me,
she admitted it.
But Daddy, when do I not admit my faults? I admit mine.
If y'all ever,
I raise my hand.
If y'all ever see us hanging out, if y'all ever see us hanging out and Tasha get to talking, I will bump her ass.
He will tap me under the table. Like, please be quiet. Shh. Because you're talking too much. So, Daddy, let me ask you this question. I know our time run by and we try not to. We always try to talk about this. What is one of the biggest changes that you think you've made for our relationship, for our marriage, for our love? I
think, like, realistically speaking, you put me on Front Street because it's a great question.
Okay.
I think one of the biggest things that I learned from you or that I changed was that it's okay to do other stuff. I will always go back to when I was working for Dr. Williams as a dental assistant, fresh out of the United States Army. Don't make me cry,
Daddy. You're going to make me get emotional.
Straight out of the United States Army. Yes. I know. Straight out of the United States Army. I was working for Dr. Williams. That's where we met, ladies and gentlemen. She came to get her wisdom tooth pulled.
We worked for 2 doctors.
We started dating after that.
Right.
And it got to a point to where I was working for Doc. Doc was cool. I really enjoyed my time with Dr. Williams. However, I was in a situation to where it was a dead end for me.
Right.
And I came home one day. We was living in Park Place, right off of Fairburn Road. Our little apartment.
Our first little apartment together.
And I told Tasha, I said, I'm so tired of being this dental assistant shit.
Right.
And she said, okay, leave.
What else do you want to do?
What else do you want to do? And I think it was at that point there was a change in me where I said, well, damn.
You're right.
I don't have to stay there. And that was something.
What do you want to do?
That was one of the main things that I changed in my life, and I think that gave me the motivation.
Right.
Look how I excelled in the Ritz when I was working at the Ritz Carlton. Like it took a totally different change because just that one little small tweak in life or that one message that I was changing.
Right.
Because like I said, it wasn't Tasha coming home and say, all right, Negro, you working this little $8 an hour job.
We need more money.
We need no more money. You need to do something. It was, I expressed how I felt at the time and said, you know what? Man, I'm getting tired of this. And you gave that message. And that was something, I think, just one of the plenty changes that I've made in my life because of the relationship. But I like what RJ said. RJ says that sometimes people change without even knowing it.
Right.
Right. And those are those changes. And you know something else that's key, ladies and gentlemen, with the change? Like RJ said, you got to know how to change people without them knowing you're trying to do it.
Right.
Because that day you had me dressed in the same on the 4th of July with that damn Tommy Hilfiger outfit. We had on the same Tommy outfit. And I think it was at that point where I was like, okay, yeah, she got me.
So let me kind of elaborate on that, Daddy, in preference.
I want your answer though to that same question.
But I want to kind of piggyback off of what you just said. So for me, in the instance where I am coaching you and giving you this information and trying to make you know your worth, I had already seen potential in you. And let me just tell you how, and I probably have told you this before, the effort that you put into your everyday work. Like you are a dedicated, loyal individual when it comes to your job, this station. You are dedicated and you are loyal. So I always felt like if you found your niche, because you was that way with an $8 job, Daddy, I knew that if you found your niche, your loyalty, Daddy, you never called in. You never, I will tell you, probably years went by before you even called in sick on a job. That just wasn't your still taking vacations. In our early age, Daddy, you were, and I think that may have come from the military. Being dedicated to something and giving it your all, you always did.
And that's the same thing that I did in our marriage. 23 years Saturday, 26, 27 years together that we've been here. You have to put that same, if you can put that same effort and energy into an employer that you work for, if you put it into the relationship, guess what? The relationship will be that much better. And that's what we have to do. So when we talk about changing, it's not changing to control someone.
Or changing who you are.
Tasha never attempted to change who I am. No. I'm a hood nigga from Southeast. I'm a hood nigga from Southeast. Depending on who I'm talking to, I can say Curry Out, Mother, the DMV, Go-Go Music. I can say Santa, Crunk, or Shouty. That was something that she never changed. But one of the things that she did change was she helped me make minor adjustments in my lifestyle and the way I was living to give me that push and motivation to say, you know what? You don't have to do that.
Right.
And if you give your all, guess what?
You can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. I got you.
So now let me turn that question back around on you. What, Mama?
Nothing.
What you just say?
Because you're about to ask me the question.
The question's on you. Hey, Erlene.
Hey, Erlene.
Don't skip the subject. Question's on you.
The question is on me. What do I think the biggest change that I've made since we've been together and as we've grown in our marriage, 23 years on Sunday, is you have brought, I'm about to start crying.
That's okay. Go ahead. I got tissue.
You have brought a certain calmness to me. You know what I'm saying? And that to me, that ain't tissue. That's paper towel. I don't want that. Where's the Kleenex at? This a hood station.
We out.
We got no Kleenex.
All you gotta do is ball it up.
Wait, Daddy, don't let me just get it out. So you have brought a certain calmness to me. And I say that in saying that I am a very high-strung person, okay? I am a perfectionist. I like for things to be exactly the way I want them at all times. I'm a competitor. I excel, and I can get really over the top to the point where I am stressing myself out. Okay. And most of you probably don't know, but in my family,
go back to the question.
On my mother's side, we have, we have mental illness in our family. Evelyn, who is absolutely amazing, have had a bout with depression and different things. So that is something that that calmness that you bring to me, Daddy, I believe that it has changed me to the point where I can adapt to things a little bit better when it's not perfect and not exact.
Exactly.
If I had someone that was just as high strung as me, we would probably be on
Section 8. Selling bootleg.
No, but
CD.
we would be on some pills to calm us down. We would be on Prozac. We'd be on something. Yeah. But you bring a certain calmness to my life that allows me to not be so high strung all the time. And that's the biggest thing that has changed about me, y'all. The biggest thing that has changed about me is that I'm willing to balance my life with Michael in it. He brings a certain calm, and that's the change that you have brought to me. That's the biggest change that I've made in our relationship.
Because when you look at our relationship, people on the outside looking in, you know what, 23 years married, come Sunday, still ain't perfect.
No.
We still got shit that we deal with.
How often do you tell me to calm down, Daddy?
Yeah, all the time. Sunday, trying to watch the damn Falcons game. Hell, you blowing my high at the game. Well, I'm watching the game. You didn't blow my damn high. Like, come on, son. What I tell you? But what I'm saying is that when people look at our relationship and watch the podcast as we do the podcast, like, this shit still ain't perfect.
Oh no,
it's still not perfect.
No.
I think we've had a good week. I don't think we fussed. You fussed about anything this week?
No.
I didn't fuss about nothing this week, did I?
No.
But we still have our times and our moments. We ain't getting each other
shit this week about
right? Not this week. Yeah, I'm sure it's coming up. I don't know. The only reason is our birthday month.
Yeah, this is our birthday month.
Here's what we do. Whenever some shit about to go down and we about to argue, what's the first thing we say?
It's my birthday. My birthday coming up. Don't say shit to me. My birthday coming up. I get a pass this month.
But I think when people see the relationship, and one thing I think one of the misconceptions about being in a relationship this long is that, oh my gosh, y'all got so much in common. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. I think we're both Sagittarius,
but
I think we're opposite, and I think that is one important factor about how this thing has worked for us so much is because we've been able to balance each other out, like Tasha said,
and we're constantly changing, Daddy.
I'm the type of dude, like I said, I'm very optimistic. Those that know me know that I'm very optimistic.
Yes, you
like
are.
You know
see the brighter side of everything.
We'll work it out.
I'm not that way.
We'll work it out. She's not the one. But I'm
very analytical.
What we bring to the table, how to balance this whole thing out.
Yeah.
Because you can't have two super optimistic people.
Or type A.
You can't have people like that because it ain't gonna work out. You can't have too strung out or high strung people.
If you got too many optimists, y'all gonna be around here like floating on some stars. It is what it is.
Shit, everybody.
What it is, it's gonna happen when it happen. We'll make it rain when it make it rain. I'm like, no.
Everybody,
no, that ain't working.
Everybody can't be entrepreneurs and jump like Steve Harvey said. Y'all ass will be jumping to the welfare line.
Okay.
That's what y'all will be doing.
Outside.
You gotta have that calmness. Lydia, what's the name of the podcast? 20 years and counting.
We've been married 23 years,
Lydia.
Okay.
She know.
But Daddy, and let me say this. We are constantly changing. In closing.
Hey, Meetza.
We are constantly changing.
Always. Change every day.
Our living arrangements. It's us now. Our kids are out of the house. We are constantly changing and adapting to each other and each other's growth. And as we age and just everything about us is changing, but we love each other enough and we cherish our relationship, our marriage enough to make the changes together and take it in and take it however it comes.
Final word.
Be willing to change. if you want to be in a good marriage, if you want to be in a good relationship, you got to be willing to change. It can't always be about you, and it ain't going to always be the way you want it to be. There is compromise. You may be a homebody. She may be like to go out. Find a way to make that work.
True.
Let's stay home this weekend. Let's go out next weekend. Compromise and be willing to make change. That's it, Dan.
You may like to do a shot of Jack. She
It's
might
our
not don't drink.
anniversary, and I don't.
But guess what? There's the balance out there. My last word before we get out of here is stop playing. You just talking about my hair a second ago.
What did I say about your hair?
You said something about my hair. My advice is when you talk about change in relationships,
right?
Don't do the other party a disservice without explaining the reasons why
you want the change.
You want to do that. It's unfair.
It's unfair.
Because if you can't explain the why you want somebody to do something, then it sounds personal. Like it's some personal stuff why you don't want that person.
It's a personal reason. It's something to please you.
It's something to please. Yes, I like
about
how you
the
put
bigger
that. Yep.
picture.
Like I always said, LaDon said, "Go make your bed," and I say, "Why?" She said, "Because I said so." If LaDon would have phrased it differently back then, guess what? I may have had a better enjoyment of why I'm doing something.
Because
do your party, do your spouse like that.
Right. And the making the bed, it feels good to come home and your bed is nicely made.
And if you can sell it, if you can sell the change the right way, they'll gravitate to it. And RJ mentioned it. Hell, great salespeople like Lorraine. Right. If Lorraine is still on there, Lorraine will sell you a damn house and you don't even know you bought a house. Bought it. That's how you know you good.
You just be moving in.
When you can change the person around you, right. You
just be moving in.
Why I'm at getting a truck.
I'm here.
But if you can help a person change without them feeling like they know it and like they're doing it on their own, that's the perfect way to do it.
And do it out of love.
And do it out of love. Don't do it out of personal stuff. You sure you don't want this tissue? I put some water on it.
No. Thank you.
Who says
Thank
not
y'all
tissue?
for listening.
It's paper towel. That was funny as hell, though. That was good.
Towels.
I gotta rewind that back and see that again.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Do us a favor. Hey, share this junk for us real quick if you ain't doing nothing.
Yes, and we'll have, our birthdays are coming up. Our anniversary is coming up. Y'all, this month is so full, and we love Thanksgiving.
Cash App, DC, the number 2, ATL.
For birthday.
For birthdays, for anniversaries, for all that.
Peace and love. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place.
I'm not coming next week.
Why, baby? Where you going to be?
Next week is Thanksgiving, ain't it?
No, Daddy. You got about 2 more weeks.
Oh.
We got birthdays coming up.
Shit, I'm off. What up, Pop?
Y'all.
Hey, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
20 years of counting. Power 108.9, shouty. Wake up, let go. Where you about to go?
The Lennox, pick up my shoes.
Hit save. No.
See, Boo Boo, if I was on your Wi-Fi, it wouldn't have did this.
It did it.
Hit it for me, Papa.